Hello everyone, this is Zop. This is the second episode how to carry games as support on this channel. This is gonna be a full replay of my gameplay with commentary. I will explain what's going through my mind and how I make each decision. We managed to stomp this game, and I would say this is a great demonstration how to play the map properly. Keep in mind this is gonna be way more casual than the usual guides, but I hope you enjoy it. So right now we smoked, it doesn't show for some reason. I think we're strong, level 1, and if you take this area before the bounties, you're pretty much guaranteed to take 2 bounty runes. We see a glimpse of Tinker here. We have ways to catch him off guard and just pull him into us, which is Smurd as Q and then shards from Tuskar, but we didn't do that for some reason. So as for the lane, I've got Axe, and I know that I'm gonna be against Terrorblade and most likely the Grimstroke, but could be Wyvern as well. So for that reason, I don't really want my stick early on. I mean, it's good, but I want earn early. So it's basically a choice between
The game is on.
Circlet or a stick. So I went for a Circlet this game. We got a Deward on mid. After we saw the Tinker there, it was safe to assume that there's a ward on this area. So yeah, my approach to the lane at the start was wrong, I will admit. I think I should have focused on the support here, which is Grimstroke in the end, as Axe can put W on him, and then just, if I right click him, he's out of the lane on the first wave. But I started to harass the Terrorblade. Yeah, I start on the right side. Notice how I'm using my Q to secure a last hit as well as harass. I was trying to get a harass and last hit as well here, but I missed. Keep in mind I'm position 4, right? So by playing on the right side, I basically gave up the big camp, but it's fine as we're pressuring them a lot. This Grimstroke is half HP already. And by kicking Grimstroke, it allows me to harass Terrorblade freely. He's using his Q very well. Another range creep secured. And yet another range creep secured. So basically that's what I care about, right? So my Axe doesn't want to approach them, and he doesn't have a spell that secures the range creeps. So right now I could be unblocking the big cam, but I care more about blocking them ability to pull, because my lane is up here, right? So I don't really need a pull right now. I just need to make sure they don't pull. So right now I'm pressuring Terrorblade. He uses meta, but I'm level 2 already. And this is a complete disaster for them on this lane. I get full earn at 2 minutes. Terrorblade just used meta and he's gonna come back to the lane. And I still have the resources to fight, so. Yeah, I fucked up the range creep here, but it's a minor mistake. It's fine if you give up one range creep sometimes. So right now the lane is pushed in, so I want to pull. Axe is playing aggressive. I have a grenade. This is a big friend of yours. So he pressured this Terrorblade and he just dies like this.
Oh boy.
I tried to pull still, but I was late. So I mean, this lane for Terrorblade is very hard at this point. I have earned so we can pressure even more. Notice how it's 3 minutes and we're diving towers already. But we're not doing it stupidly. We're not like attacking him under the tower. We just like go through it and then use spells. I give him Lotus. If you wanna share the Lotus with your offlaner, just pass it. Don't use it on him. Unless obviously you're fighting, right? Because that way he can drop his strength items and then get more HP and then mana items as well. And get more mana that way.
No breaking through the dice.
So the lane is pushing. And it's basically over for this Terrorblade. So right now I'm just making sure they don't pull. And I'm approaching the lane from this side. Especially with 2 points in E and 2 charges, they can't kill me, like there's no way. But somehow they managed to pull this anyways. But I use my Q, so if I use my Q on the camp, it dies early, so the lane still doesn't reset, right? It just like goes there for 5-8 seconds, but it's fine for me. And then I pull again. They have zero control over this lane anymore, because every time they want to approach aggressively, I would just use siphons and then it deals 300 damage. So right now I know this lane is over. We're pressuring a lot. Yeah, he dies as well, so I want to start looking over to other lanes. So right now I know there's a rune at 6 minutes, so I want to rotate there. So obviously I'm very rich. At this point I have 8 last hits, 3 kills. So I want to farm this camp and then rotate away. But I don't want to give up this farm because it's a lot. So I'm using my spells here quickly. I get the item from the neutrals. Sorry, the Mudstone. And then I'm gonna stack the camp and go for the rune. I ward here. Ward on this side is very safe. Okay, we secured the range, the rune for the Pango here. I suspect they might have vision, so I go like uphill and see if this creep attacks me. If he doesn't, they don't have vision. So it doesn't, and I know they have no vision. So I'm coming back to top, to bot lane. I would like to rotate top maybe, but there's XP runes coming, so I don't really wanna go there right now. I will get the XP first. So right now my axe is free farming. They cannot really approach the lane, so I just wanna pull and go for the XP. Here's I don't know what I'm doing here.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart. Oh boy.
So yeah, I'm gonna pull the lane and go straight for the XP rune.
Radiant's bottom tower's seen better days.
It was possible for me to stack this camp, but I just simply forgot about it.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
I took the 1 point in silence because I want to rotate, and if I rotate I really want to be able to use the silence on enemies, as they have spells that can save the fights, like the spear or the wyvern's E, and eventually the arena, as well as Tinker obviously, right? Silence fucks the Tinker. So right now I see Mars in very aggressive position and I know my task is strong, so I just go there. Greenstroke is here as well. He managed to get an easy kill on Mars. He was out of position here, but you need to look at the map to see those things. We chased the Grimstroke. I think it was a mistake by Muerta to go there. I was trying to leave every kill I can to the cores. The kills that are not guaranteed, right? So it's not like I will leave the kill and risk losing it. But if I know there's a kill and my core can have it, I will just let him have it. So right now I'm level 6, so I should be pushing, right? But the problem is they have Tinkers, so it's very hard for me to push. And then I know that Tinker wants to have stacks, So I made a guess that they might have stacks, and they actually do, right? I think Task was saying that they are stacking for Tinker as well. So I use my ultimate on stacks, and there's gonna be a fight around it. But I'm very, very strong. And my mid laner is here as well. I gave up on this fight already, so I used the urn on Wyvern, but somehow I survived. So right now I don't have the ultimate, so I'm not even looking there. I don't want to fight if I don't have the ultimate. Unless it's like convenient for me.
Radiant's mid tower can stand.
So I keep stacking for my axe here in free time. And I'm securing the rune again.
Dire's mid tower won't last much longer.
For some reason nobody's mid. I'm asking my Pango if he wants the rune. But he doesn't. I'm still like hanging around here. But then I would just take it. So right now I'm obviously waiting for my ultimate to reset. I'm like, okay, my Pango's coming mid. Tinker's mid, so it's not like I can pressure it. So I'm gonna go top and try to kill Mars again. Coming uphill, I'm warding here like a sentry to make sure she doesn't see me right now, because I would be probably dead. And we go on Mars, but it's forced and it doesn't work. Just unfortunate that the Wyvern is here as well. So playing DP against Tinker is kinda tricky, because every time you wanna use the ultimate, he's able to kill the creeps, and while you push the towers very well, you cannot really tank them early on. So, especially as a support, right? So I'm kinda like chipping the towers. Okay, this is the arena. I'm kinda chipping the towers, but I don't hard commit to them. Especially with 2 points in E. So I want to max my Q to farm, because I know that it's gonna be quite hard for me to fight right now without the ultimate. So I really want to farm up, especially considering I have Axe and Taskar. The heroes are like very good at killing people, but they don't really want to fight a lot. I mean, Axe maybe likes to farm, but when he gets a blink, the less he shows on the map is better, right? So in most cases, if Axe is like blink ready, he doesn't want to show on the waves, because then enemies have to be afraid and they will not approach waves, right? So it's like my job to take the farm that he's missing on, right? So I want to max my Q here. The Stevie doesn't have a good game, we're chasing him over and over, but basically that's all we need to do right now. Because against Tinker we have decent answers, right? But for the TV, if he gets fat, it's gonna be a hard game. My mid lane is coming, so we can play very aggressive like this. We get the blink reveal on Axe. Guys though. I think he had a very good game on Axe. Like an offlaner that wants to go in, so if you have like offlaners like Axe or Centaur, I would argue you kinda want greedy position 4, so you can like be that thing that he doesn't wanna be, so like farm up after 15 minutes. So I'm gonna go back in time here because I wanna explain you something. So right now there's a fight, like Grimstroke is playing aggressively, right? So I know for a fact that if they wanna fight, if he's crazy like this, the only reason why is that the Mars is this in this area, right? Because I cannot see him here, and I know he has to TP here for him to be invisible right now and initiate. So I'm using my silence on the left side, and it actually works. I mean, it doesn't catch Mars, right? Because the Tinker was first to TP. But if it's Mars TP and I don't silence like this, we just lose the fight. And we lose all the advantage we've had. So yeah, we smoke with the Axe Blink. It was a Blinker reveal before, but we see the TB on bot lane. And as I said, we want to pressure TB because as long as we pressure TB, we're just gonna win this game. Because their heroes like Mars, Wyvern, and Grimstroke don't win the game. Like, those are the heroes that just amplify others, right? Easy kill on TV. So there are offlaners that just win the game for you. It's like, let's say, Bristleback. They can win the game if they get fat, right? But heroes like Mars, I don't think they are very good at carrying the game. I mean, they obviously help and they have a lot of control. But it's not like he uses the arena and then what happens if they have no farm? Like, nobody deals the damage, right? Especially with supports like Wyvern and Grimstroke. They just don't deal damage, like enough of it. It's not like Deep with the ultimate that you just use the arena with Mars and your DP4 just runs in, uses ultimate and just shreds everyone. So right now we kill the TB, we go bot, we farm a bit and then we smoke again. We just look over to the mid lane, but I'm pinging it, but I'm like, I would rather kill TB again. And we see him farming here. So after we killed him, there was like two ways he's going. Either triangle or just this area, because it's safe for him, right? So we want to play aggressive on him, and we see a glimpse of it. And this is a bit forced, you know, but the thing is, maybe it's forced, but if we kill him, it breaks his spirit, right? He's like 1-5, he's gonna be 1-6 after that. I was panicking, we don't have enough damage here, so I used the ultimate. So his spirit is broken right now. And I use the ultimate obviously, so I want to use it. And I'm running straight to the mid lane to push the tower. And I know they won't contest. And right now I know we cannot do anything more. And I like see top farm. And this is exactly the scenario I was talking about. So Axe doesn't want TP here. He wants to be like aggressive in aggressive positions, not showing on the creeps, right? So that's why I farm this area, especially with the fact I don't have the ultimate, because it's running obviously, but I cannot use it again for the next almost 2 minutes. So I can chill for a bit.
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
Notice how it's 16 minutes. I've been participating a lot in the fights, but I still have 50 last hits, 53 last hits. It's crazy. So right now there's a fight going on mid, but I don't have the TP and the ultimate anyways. So I'm like, guys, I cannot really join you right now, so watch out. And obviously what happens, enemies punish it. Because they know I TP top, right? So they know if they force things mid, their position 4 is not gonna be able to show up. And this DP actually does a lot in these fights. So I'm like, okay, unlucky, and I'm farming still. So I decided to go for drums. I wasn't talking about my items, so Vessel is just like a very good item for this hero. It gives you 14 damage, as well as like mana regen, HP, all the things you need, because it's a universal hero. You get from Vessel, and it also gives you damage as well, right? So the next thing I go for is drums. I don't think it was a good choice in this game. I would argue I should go for the Solar Crest. It's better for Muerta, but it's like it doesn't really matter anymore. This game is very hard for enemies to come back. But it's obviously possible, right? If we just let TB farm, it's gonna be a very hard game.
Beast bomb. Oh boy.
So as you can see, we took tier 1 mid, tier 1 bot, so tier 1 top is the next one. And I kinda wanna like, yeah, I'm pinging my ultimate. I wanna use the ultimate on it. And we don't see enemies, but I have my ultimate, so if the enemies decide they wanna fight here, I'm like, oh, okay guys, come on, let's do it. I don't really mind it. At this point I feel so strong, I'm not even afraid to take 4 versus 5 fights. Especially considering, like, I don't think TB wants to show up either. So they show up with no TB, but they get the siphon off. My axe is out of control at this point, yeah. Get 4 kills out of that. Because this is a risk, right? They could show up 5 heroes here, but with my ultimate running, and it's not like I need to cast it. It's running already, right? So I'm not really afraid of 5 of them, but I know for a fact that the TB doesn't really want to fight here. He doesn't want to show up, he wants to farm. So I think it's gonna be 4 versus 4 if it's a fight. And it's actually possible because the enemies have to turn this game around and they cannot really out-farm us, right? Because we have better farmers, I would argue, with the start we had. Because this DP hero is basically a mid laner, right? So if they let me farm, I'm gonna be like a mid laner. And then Pango is very strong, Axe like always initiates, and then Muerta is like out of control if you let her farm. And on the other side is like Tinker and TB, but the TB had a shit start, so it's like, okay, I will let you farm, but I will still out-farm you on a DP, most likely. Tinker's crazy at this point. Thought he gets an easy kill. Yeah, Pango against Grimstroke is not a good idea. Spoiler alert, he said that, but he keeps playing. Like it always happens, by the way. Yeah, as long as there's siphons, I'm not afraid to fight. And here's the thing. There's a regen rune, and I steal it basically off my axe. But the reason is I have no mana and I wanna use the ultimate. And I use the ultimate like basically my old fingers didn't react in fast to cancel it. I was thinking that Axe jumps in, but he hesitated. And I'm like, okay guys, just go rush then. Like, let's not waste the ultimate because we cannot really pressure them up right now. But obviously with the ultimate running, we can take the rush quickly and then enemies can't really contest it, I would say. Even 4 versus 5 again. I'm very strong with the ultimate. Especially versus a lineup that cannot burst me. They have no heroes to burst me quickly. At least right now. So we get a free rush out of fucked up ultimate, which is pretty good, I would say. And again, I just wanna chill for a bit. I don't have the ultimate, I don't wanna force things.
Amazing what you found lying around.
Radiant's bottom tower in a pretty sad right now. Radiant's bottom
So we get
tower's
tier 2 tower, we're playing the map properly, so like pushing out lanes. And like, at this point I'm down to fight with my team because my team is so strong. But I would rather wait for my ultimate, right? But at this point, every fight we're gonna take, I can consider not using the ultimates because... because I'm so strong, like my team is so strong that it's possible for us to win the fight without my ultimate. I TP top for the farm because this is the kind of farm you want to take as position 4. So right now my team wants to pressure because they are strong. And we want to push top anyways, so it's like it's my job to take the farm. And my axe TP is behind me, suspecting they will try to go for me, as I'm 7-0 and I'm worth a lot of gold at this point, but they don't. So we want to pressure top, right? But my team approaches from the triangle, so they approach aggressively. They don't approach defensively, right? Because in the end, I'm a DP with 400 move speed. If there's a fight, I will show up in 8 to 10 seconds. I want to take Tormentor, but my team is very aggressive. So I'm like, okay, let's push this tower first.
Well, I tried.
We have 14k gold
You should
lead.
have known better.
I should show this, I guess.
You died.
So yeah, I'm out farming the TV, which is their carry, right?
Mid tower.
So in situations like this, I don't really need to use the ultimate. Because we're gonna push the tower without it, so it's fine. And I'm going for the Tormentor right now. We could be going high ground, but it's risky versus Wyvern, Mars, Tinker. Like all the heroes do well against high ground, right? On the high ground. So even though we have huge advantage, it's not like we're gonna be forcing it. We much rather get a kill on the lane
What's happening?
and then just approach the high ground. So the good play usually is like to get Tormentor in the portal, right? So enemies won't ever, they won't suspect you going through the portal in most cases. And we see TB farming bot, so we just go through the portal and try to find him. Unfortunately, there's no TB, at least right now, but there's a Grimstroke, so we get a free kill.
Guess what's happening to tower?
So this is what I was talking about. So we get another kill on bot lane, and it's like opens up them up for us for like a bit, and then we can pressure bot again. We're extending our advantage every time we do something like this, which is slowly connecting heroes but farming on the way and then getting a kill somewhere in a different place than we used to be 30 seconds ago. So right now my Muerta has the Aegis, so you wanna use it. I know it's tricky, but she has enough attack range for her to just do it like this. And then I use the ultimate, and then my Pango is like, okay guys, I'm going in, I'm making space, hit the buildings. But they unfortunately they use the glyph. So this Pango wants to play like this for a reason. If the fight is like normal, every time he uses the ultimate, Grimstorm is gonna use the ultimate on him, so he's just gonna be stuck, right? So he wants to play like crazy sometimes and do things like this, because that means we pressure the buildings as well, right? So he doesn't really get to use his ultimate in a normal way, like with his team, so he's gonna just make space with it. And we get barracks out of it, or out of his ultimate, so that's a really good play by him. This is a rank 800 Pango leader, so very smart. So again, I don't have the ultimate, so I wanna chill. I will admit, I should have bought a Sentry and just run with it, war. So Pipe is another choice because I see Axe's items, which is a BKB. So if he gets a BKB, he doesn't really wanna get Pipe. But we're still against like Mars, Tinker, Grimstroke, Wyvern, so a lot of magic damage. So I wanna get Pipe for my team, especially considering the fact I'm so fucking rich, right? So I can as well get it. So right now I'm out farming the both supports combined, which is crazy. So again, we're not in position to go high ground just yet because I don't have the ultimate, but we want to play aggressive on the map, and playing aggressive means like stealing their XP rune, playing on their triangles so they don't have a safe space. So right now if we play on their triangle, that means they will play obviously on the other side of the map, right? And imagine this happening. You play on the other side and you cannot afford to lose second barracks right now. So if you see something like this, you'll TP back, and that means we can either pressure the lane and just like push, or we can just go back but we force your TP, so we get like 80% of the map again instead of like 65, right? This is the second time he's typing it, and spoiler alert, he keeps playing. So I'm just like hanging around close enough to the rocks. A decent ultimate, a wyvern. This fight doesn't really look good right now, but like Grimstroke is out of position, so we just punish him quickly. The Tinker got the Ghanems, so it's kind of hard for us to fight into this with Umberta. And that's my first death. And you know what? I will take it. Like, that was a lot by them to be used to get a decent fight. But it's still like... So this kind of fight is like... Okay, you lose it, but it's not like there's any pressure out of it. You lose the fight near their barracks. So before you respawn, you're gonna be able to defend all the lanes, and all the lanes are pushed in, right? So this lane is pushed in, this lane is pushed in, and this is obviously pushed in. So nothing bad is gonna happen here. Worst case scenario, we just lose tier 1 mid, and this is the worst case, right? It's not like we just threw the game. It's obviously not good. We lose some kind of gold advantage, but it's not end of the world. I'm still out farming the TB, right? So most likely the plan is to just like get Roche and go high ground again. But Roche is not respawning quickly. And still, like, we can play very aggressive, right? Because as long as we're like a bit close to each other, it doesn't have to be very close, right? So we can farm more of the map and we're less afraid of them. Yeah, the Roche just respawns. I'm thinking about my ultimate, but at this point it's level 18, so the cooldown is getting low because of the inmate, right? I get cooldown reduction. And I was a brain fart moment. I wanted to smoke, it was like 2 seconds early though. So again, I don't have the ultimate, so I don't really wanna go high rank right now. But on the other hand, I have pipe, right? So it's like every team fight that we're gonna have, and I use the pipe, we should be able to win it. My Muerta is very fat at this point, has all the items she needs. I upgrade the boots. I would argue this is a luxury item at this point. I would much rather have a solar crest looking back at it from this perspective. But it doesn't really matter. So I'm making sure we don't have they don't have vision on the triangle, because that's the only way they can fight, right? So they see, like, let's imagine they see Taskar on the mid lane and then my Muerta is farming on the triangle, or my Pango is farming on the triangle, and they can just like initiate the fight. So there is a stupid I don't know, guys, like that was just plain stupid by them. finishing the racks. So Tinker bot back. I know if you kill him, this game is basically over. Yeah, we're just chasing them over and over, and this game is basically over at this point. Yeah, I just need to push the buildings. So I think this game is a great example how to play the map properly with a hero like a DP. So notice how we're playing constantly in their faces. So we're playing aggressive. So if you want to farm up and we're strong and we play on their side of the map, right? I'm just gonna show you. If we play like here, in this area, that means that obviously there's like two choices. Either enemy is gonna be stuck in the base, or they will go farm like here or here or here. And there's like two ways. We can have a deep ward like here and catch them off guard, or we can like just approach the high ground and act like we're taking the high ground, right? And then we can see them using TPs, and that means we can decide to take 5 versus 5 fight, or just like go back and have all the map to ourselves again and just farm it up, right? So we can like farm here, all this area, and then basically enemies need to get in some way get here, right? And try to farm again, but the cycles repeats, right? It takes them 80 seconds to use a TP again, so they cannot really leave the base. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this kind of content. I know you do. I mean, at least some of you, because you rarely get to see something like this, which is a 10k player sharing his perspective. This ended up as an easy game, but I think most of it came of a decent laning stage and good map play. It's not like we crushed them so much early. I mean, our lane did, obviously, but rotating towards the top lane and then securing the mid runes was very crucial. And in the end, we won the game. We won the lanes, obviously. That's crazy net ward at 10 minutes by me. Yeah, I'm out farming TB at 10 minutes. This is crazy, guys. Let's see the damage as well. So yeah, I don't have much of hero damage, but I have a lot of building damage, right? So it's like, if I want to take a fight, I'm gonna like show up to the fight, and most likely the enemies, especially if they're lineup, they won't be able to fight. So they will just let us have buildings, right? Okay, guys, thank you for watching. If you want to see more support content, subscribe to the Support Heaven channel. Like the video, comment on it, and let me know if you'd like to see more of this. See you!